So the best way to find out about our virtual classes would be to have a look at our website where we advertise upcoming classes, but also to consider the level that you're going to start at. So for example, you may be looking at level 2 or level 3, and our unit specifications are on the website. It's not entirely necessary to start with level 2 before moving on to level 3. So we ask people to have a look at the syllabuses and consider their experience. And if you're not sure, you can absolutely reach out to us and we can support you with that. So enrolling onto a virtual class is really easy. You just need to look at the dedicated pages on our website and the enrolment form link is there. So you will just complete that enrolment form for us. We do ask you to tell us about your current role and your experience. And we ask you about whether you have any existing qualifications. The reason for that is that CICM operate an exemptions policy. So potentially you might be able to shortcut your qualification with ourselves because of exemptions that you may be entitled to with other qualifications. So it's always worth telling us about that, as well as some other information about yourself, which we share with the tutors. You'll receive an acknowledgement to let you know that we've received your form. We have a look at the classes and units that you have opted for, and somebody from the team will be in touch shortly afterwards to discuss the options available. For example, we'll have a look at when our next courses are due to start. If for whatever reason the unit you've selected isn't available in the next few weeks, then we'll talk to you about potentially considering other options or alternative ways we can support you with your study in that chosen unit, for example, our learning support service. We do ask everybody to complete an enrolment form for each separate class that they're booking onto. And the reason for that is that things may have changed with your own role. You might have moved into a different role or even moved employers. But also we have a dedicated network of external tutors. So potentially you're likely to be moving on with a different tutor in the next unit. So we want to share some of the details about yourself with them at that time, but also we ask you some specific questions about each unit that you do. For example, we will ask you whether you have some, none, or extensive knowledge of a particular subject matter. So each form is slightly different in that regard, and we ask you to complete the learner contract for each separate unit. Our tutors are really supportive, so we would always say that they are your first port of call once you've enrolled into a course. If you're struggling with any aspect of the study or any general information and guidance, they're generally the best people to go to initially. But we do also have a dedicated team at CICM HQ, and we're on hand to answer any questions about that particular unit that you're studying, what your next steps might be, any questions about the assessments or examinations. We're always there to help you. So either reach out to your tutor or reach out to the team directly at CICM. You'll also find that you will probably become a really close-knit team with your fellow learners. So often that is a supportive network to reach out to. And we do have Student Connect, which is a dedicated LinkedIn area for our learners and our tutors. And we would encourage you to join that when you start your studies with us as well.